everyone, it is Wednesday here at Craft Clutch, and Shark Week is well underway. I have another shark craft for you. This one is perfect for the kids to get involved in, and it's good for back to school because it could be a pencil holder, or you could theme your house for Shark Week and use it as a vase. I did a little bit of pre-planning on this one. I have a jar. This happens to be a plastic peanut butter jar, but it could be any jar that you like. And I am just taking a piece of paper to measure like this, and I'm going to give it extra room at the bottom, but at least I know where I'm heading with this. This is a lot wider than I needed as well as longer than I needed, but first I want to get the width right. I want it probably to end probably about here. I don't want it to wrap the whole thing because part of it's going to be blue and part of it's going to be white. So I'm going to cut that off, and I want to give it a little bit of extra. Yeah, that's pretty good. So I'm going to kind of not fully fold it in half, but kind of fold it in half. And now I want to do the snout, and you can make it as pointy or oval as you want. That's up to you. I'm kind of going like this. So it's not quite perfectly oval. This is going to be the blue part. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the bottom part. I know I don't need that much, so I'm going to cut it shorter. And I'm going to kind of go like that. Now these two pieces should meet, and one is going to be the bottom jaw of the shark and the other will be the upper jaw of the shark. So kind of like this, the bottom being the white and the top being the blue. So here's the beginning of our shark right there. And I'm going to cut this off. It's still more than I need, but I'm just creating the template right now. Here's our two pieces. I have blue craft foam and I have white craft foam, and I'm going to just trace around it, and then I'm going to cut it out. I'm using hot glue. You can use regular glue, and it's really easy to secure this with rubber bands and stuff while it's drying, so that's always an option. You can do that. I'm using the hot glue just for the ease of me being able to show you how to do this. And I'm going to put it right on the edge here, the edge here, and maybe a little bit along the bottom. And I'm just going to squeeze it on, and I want it to be nice and tight against there. And you're going to repeat the same thing here. The only thing is you want to be a little bit more careful to make sure you're getting it on there right. So you want to kind of center it. And then push it down. Now I'm going to do a little bit of red foam, and probably I could have measured it ahead of time, but I didn't. And I'm going to cut a strip. I really only need a small strip, and you're technically going to need two of these because the one I'm going to put along the top, and these are like the red gums of the shark. Looks like it'll work okay. And then I will do another one just a little bit longer for the top. And I'm going to kind of put it into place to kind of see how it fits and how it looks. And then I'm going to tack it on in a couple of different places. So it's just like that. I have it tacked on. You can still see the white around there and stuff, so you don't have to worry about that. You don't need to get it right up to the edge, but you want to get it toward the edge. I'm going to do the very same at the top. You can see I'm kind of just tucking it and moving it. Just like that. So now we've got our gums in place. So that needs to cool for a minute. In the meantime, We can go back to our white foam. I'm going to cut a piece just like this. And I kind of measured it a little bit, and I'm going to just cut some triangles out of here. But I'm not going to cut it. Originally I was going to glue in individual teeth, but I'm thinking that's maybe not the best choice. So I'm going to cut triangles out of here so it can go in as one piece. I think that'll make it a little bit more stable. And I think this will be for the top. Fits in pretty well. So I'm going to run a bead of glue across the top here. They're like shark dentures. Alright, and then I'm going to place them in. And I'm going to make another set for the bottom, but I'll make them a little bit smaller. So far, here he is. Now we need to do eyes, and we need to do a fin. So back to our piece here, our blue piece. I'm going to take a piece of paper to kind of size a fin that I think might work. I think that's probably pretty good. Alright, when you get them the way you want it, I'm going to run some glue along here and try to be neat about it. And hold it in place. Now what I am going to do, because it's going to be really hard to get that neat enough to where you aren't going to have any little bit of overspill, I'm going to cut a couple of very thin strips and put it alongside. And the glue happens to still be hot, so in this particular case I can just squish it right on there just like this. Here he is coming along, and now we need eyes. Now you could do Google eyes. That would work, whatever size, whatever color. I wouldn't suggest these Google eyes because if he's like that, she's looking like her eyes are rolling in the back of her head. Buttons, you could do buttons. You know, sharks kind of have dead eyes, so that would work, but I didn't want to do that. I decided to go with these blue ones because I like them. And all I have to do is they come with these posts, and I've yet to use the posts on these kinds of eyes. And you can get these at the craft store. There we go. Now I gotta decide where I want the eyes to be. But I like the blue with the blue. So I'm gonna do that. Put it right there. And now we've got our shark with our eyes. Alright, and now, because he's a shark, he needs gills. So I'm going to just cut 3 strips and kind of just glue them on. There's our shark. He can be a pencil holder. He could be a vase because we've got plastic in there, so he could easily be a vase and hold some flowers. He could be anything like that. Anything you want him to be. So I hope you like him. Thank you for liking this video. Shark Week continues. I would love to know which your favorite shark is in the comments below. And when I say your favorite shark, it might be the one that you're just most fascinated with. You might not love them. But I would love to know. So thank you for liking this video. Thank you so much for watching. Happy crafting, and we will definitely see you next time.